So it is an exciting day. This is one of the oldest industrial regions in the country, and the people who work here have done an amazing job to ensure they have remained here, that they're continuing and they're finding better and new ways to do their business every single day. And it's our job to help them do that and to invest in the technological changes and the programs that together, whether it's here or anywhere else, that will see them remain here into the future.
It was good to visit BlueScope again today. BlueScope is an international company. It's a company that's always been at the cutting edge of technology. It's a company that reflects Australia's manufacturing history, not just in this town but internationally. But it's also a company which reflects our migration history. As the daughter of migrants to this area, my father himself worked at BlueScope and, like many migrants, helped to create the company that we have today, of which we're very, very proud of in the Illawarra. And I'm sure, Prime Minister, that you saw this morning the wonderful things that we're doing here and the capacity of this company to be at the cutting edge of energy and issues.
These regions have a future on the basis of the things that we've been announcing this week. Today we're announcing $1.9 billion of investment into ARENA, the Australian Renewable Energy Fund, which will develop and establish the next generation of energy technologies to ensure that we can keep Australia's employment ticker going up, particularly as we come out of this COVID-19 recession. As we come out of this recession, and it's pleasing to know here at BlueScope that they haven't skipped a beat. They've kept their production lines up, they've put COVID-safe practices in place, and they're well established to move forward. But as you go across the production line here, you can see that there are so many moving parts and every little bit counts.
Thank you to BlueScope for having us here. It's particularly great from my point of view to be back here. This is the first place I worked after leaving university. And to see it today versus back then in the early 90s is quite remarkable, because what BlueScope has done, BHP as it was back then, is deploy technology to drive advantage, create jobs, opportunities for Australians, not just here, but all around the world. They've been a pioneer in the deployment of new technologies, whether it's Colorbond, Zincalume, mini mills. They have been there. And that's what Australian manufacturing and industry is all about. So thank you again for having us here.
It's actually great to be here because a long time ago in the 1980s I actually did some work for BlueScope, and it was a different company then, looking at the first continuous casting of steel and seeing whether or not you could actually do that. And then, 30 plus years later, we've got this amazing industry here. The thing that's really important today is the realisation that there's not one silver bullet, not one science experiment, not one technology that's going to make the difference to allow us to have the emissions that we need in order to have the world and the globe that we want in the future. And so that means that the investment in a whole range of different technologies and science that is going to allow us to solve these, I think, stretch problems, to be able to make the most of our human potential. We know science and technology is the way forward, and there's a lot of great opportunity here because we have some of the best researchers in the world, and we're here to help. Thanks.